Hello everybody and welcome to this new episode of this LUMION course in where we are gonna work with the landscape. First of all, we will have to recover our file. So we'll go here to load and we will say that we want to recover this Barcelona pavilion. Of course, you always have to save the file when we finish the class or when you finish your work. So once we are here with our file open, we can see that we are working in this flat landscape. Imagine that we want to work with those templates in where there is a beautiful forest around. How can we insert our project in that template at this point? Well, we should go then to File again, Create New, and choose our template. In this case, I will choose Create Forest Environment. I will say OK, and this forest template is already loaded. Let's have a look about this template. We have a lot of trees, and then the graphic card is moving the graphics much more slower. All of these trees are placed in a layer called trees. We can always hide this layer in order to navigate better in our template. Look as well that we have a lot of birds flying around. If we wanted to choose those birds, we should go to People and Animals, choose one of them, then say that we want to select all objects in the same category and move them to another layer, for example layer 3. Then just go to layer 3 and hide this layer again. Finally, this template is using a special sky, which has more quality. So we could go here to Weather and turn off this real sky. This will help us as well to move our graphics better. So let's go back to Landscape. Let's turn on Trees. And now we have to put our model inside. So I will go here to Imported Models and I will use my Barcelona pavilion. I will place it here and I will just rotate my pavilion. Here it could be fine, and now I would need to erase some trees, so I would go to Nature and in Select, look that I don't need to select the control ball. Here, if I click and I say that I want to erase this one, I can confirm here and the trees is already erased. So I could do the same with this. I click twice and I confirm the operation. With this one, I click twice. I have to confirm here. With this one, and in this case I will just move this tree. So I will select and I will move here this tree. The interesting point here is that we have used a model from our LUMION library. I mean, we went here to Imported Models and we took this Barcelona pavilion model. And the interesting thing, like I was saying, is that here we will find that the changes we did last time with the materials are already uploaded. Look that if I go here to materials and I check the material of the swimming pool, it has the blue lake, the one we had chosen in our previous class. Look as well that the stone, it is in yellow color. It means that LUMION has been working with this material. And if I click on it, we can check here the changes we did together. So the conclusion is that when we work in a model from our LUMION's library, all the changes we do on it, they will be uploaded immediately in this library. Anyway, we could have done this operation in another way. For example, going to File and using, if we have this LUMION Pro, the Merge Project option. Once we have placed our pavilion on its place, we will go to File and we will create another file, Save As, and we will call it Barcelona Pavilion Landscape. We go back here to Build, and after this primary operation, we will start finally to work with our landscape. This third option here in the main menu. I will click on it and we will find different options. When I click on any option, more tools related will appear. So we have height, we have water, we have ocean, we have landscape grass, we have Openstreetmap, and finally we have paint. If I click high, I will be able to create mountains and hills mainly. Look that here I have rise, I have lower, I have flatten, and I have jitter and smooth. Apart of this, I have two brushes. I have the brush size and I have the brush speed. Finally, I will be able to flatten the landscape again and reset all the changes. I will be able to save my own landscape map and I will be able to load it in case I have something saved before. So let's do this brush size much more bigger and this brush speed more powerful to enable you to watch much more better what is gonna happen. Look how it's working this tool, creating this new relief, these new mountains. In case I want to make those mountains lower, I can do it with this another option. And with this tool, I could even create holes. For example, if I keep press here the button, for example, I will create a hole which it can be used like a lake afterwards. With this third option, like its name says, everything will be flattened, even holes. With this fourth option, I will create jitters along the mountains. And with this smooth guy, I'll do just the opposite. So as you can see, all of them are very intuitive. Like I told you, if I don't like the changes, I can reset everything just clicking here. So you are super free for testing these tools and trying to create your own landscape around the pavilion. I will do it again rapidly. So I will go here to raise and I will create some mountains. So here it is, let's leave it like that. We have created some mountains here and here a hole prepared to be a lake. We will jump now to the next option called water, in where you will find this option place object, delete object, move object, and here different kind of waters. Look that we have here 6 waters. So I will place my object, clicking here, and with one click you will find that here there is kind of surface, a plane, just a plane, in where you will find that here we have different balls where we can control the length and the shape of this surface, of this plane. Once the lake is big enough, we have to put it at the correct height. So I will click here, I will keep pressing, and I'll place this surface a little bit higher. For example, here. So right now it could be fine. So we are achieving this kind of landscape with the lake and with the mountains. And finally, we can use this water, ocean water, tropical water, pond water, mountain water, dirty water, and even ice water. In this case, I will choose to use mountain, and here it is. Next option we find is called ocean. So I click on here and I have to turn on the ocean. You can look here that we have this ocean, and then we will be able to transform this ocean with these different slide bars. Here we have the wave intensity, we have as well turbidity, we have the height of this ocean, where is that plane placed. So here, for example, if we want to control better this height, we can use the shift button, the brightness, or we can play with the colors. We have color 1, color 2, and the color preset. So if we want to turn off the ocean, we'll click here again and we will jump to the next option called landscape grass. We can turn on or turn off the grass. Now it's on, but I can turn it off clicking here. So we have the grass size, the grass height, and the grass wildness. And then here, different elements that we can add to our grass. I will put the camera a little bit closer in order to make you watch better how is working this grass. For example, here. First of all, look that when the grass is on, we can see it here clearly. But if it were off, we would see just this texture, without any depth, much poorer in terms of graphics and quality. So with the grass size, we will control, of course, the size of this grass. Here we will control just the height, not the size. Here we can control the wildness. This means that the grass will grow in a very randomized way depending on the area, like it happens in the nature. Here we can see it. At this part of the screen the grass is very high, but here there is almost no grass. Finally, here we have these windows. If I click on Edit Type, this window will appear where I can add different elements to my grass. For example, this kind of flowers, stones, just leaves, whatever. I will put in this case, for example, let's say leaves. If I move this spread bar, I will have less if I go to the right or more if I go to the left. With this second bar, I can adjust the size of those leaves, and here I can say that I want that size in a randomized way. I could add more elements, let's say in this case, for example, some stones. If I wanted to eliminate some of these elements, I would go again to Edit Type, and I would click on here empty, and that's all. Next option is called Openstreetmap. To be able to use this option, you will need to have the LUMION Pro, that version. It is malfunctioning right now, so we will have to jump to the next and final option. It is called Paint. When I click on Paint, we have again different options and slide bars. Let's start from the right side of this menu, and we will go to the left for a better understanding. Here we can choose the landscape, and I mean the general landscape. If I click on here, you will see that right now this landscape is already chosen. So this landscape give us these four, let's call them brushes. We can say that they are kind of harmonic brushes for this landscape. Of course, we can change any of them just clicking on here like before and choosing another kind of texture we can find here. If I go back to the landscape window, I will click on here, for example. I will move up a little bit for a better view, and you can see how the landscape has changed and the brushes too. I will do it again. So the good thing about this tool is that it allows me to change the landscape in a very easy way just with one click. Besides this, I have this option for hiding the rocks at the mountains, and this one in case I would just wanted to change in which is based the mountains. In this case, it is based on this Farmland East rock, but I could, for example, choose this one, this American rock, and you will see here the result. Once this side rock is chosen, I could adjust the tile size to do it smaller or bigger. Let's go again to our primary rock. We'll click on here. So let's go with these four brushes. First of all, I would like to remark that if I go to this corner, we will read assign landscape grass to this slot. We can choose just one of these four slots for having grass, not more than one. So if I wanted to assign the landscape grass to this slot, I would click on here, and you can see now this little icon in the middle of the window saying us that the grass will appear in the areas where this brush is being used, not here. For example, I will click on here for selecting this brush. I will adjust the brush size and the brush speed, and I will go here near the lake to use it. You can see the result, and you will see that here there is grass. You can see it perfectly. If I assign the grass to this slot, then you will see no grass anymore at the screen. So be careful with that point. Anyway, I think that this brush is not working here, so I will choose another one. For example, this kind of little rocks. Once it's selected, I can adjust here the tile size like I did before with the rocks, and here it could be fine. If I want to use another brush, I could do it perfectly. I will do the brush size smaller, and I could try to control a little bit better this surface because the rocky brush I think is too big. So I invite you to paint with these brushes your landscape and play with it. Here it could be better. The rocks just near the lake. And this is a matter of time for giving more and more details and make our scene quite amazing. Let's use, for example, this rocky brush around the lake. I will increase the power of my brush. I will increase the brush size a little bit, and I will do it so fast here around. And here we are. Maybe these rocks are too, let's say, too strong or too heavy, and we wanted to change it for gravel, for example, and here it could be a little bit better in my opinion. So let's leave it like that. We have already seen all the tools that we can use with our landscape. I invite you to spend some time enjoying this class and practicing all of these tools in your own file. It takes some time to be able to do wonderful things, but I really think that it is worthwhile, and very soon you will see your advances in your own project. So I say goodbye now, and I hope to see you in the next class.